Hi class, I hope this video finds everyone doing great. So hey, today we're going to keep talking about reproductive adaptations in plants and animals. So we know that every organism needs to reproduce if it wants its species to continue to exist, right? So plants as well as animals have developed adaptations that help them increase their chances for finding a mate to reproduce. So to begin, we're going to start by talking about animal adaptations. Now I want you to watch these two short videos first to kind of get our gears thinking about it. They're super short. The links to them are in your Google Classroom Docs. And as you are watching them, I want you to get out your science notebooks and answer these two questions. So first, what did the pufferfish do to get him noticed? And why does he do this? And next, as you watch the video on the bowerbird, I want you to name a few things the bowerbird does to get noticed. And why did he do these things? So they're both really neat videos, and I think you're really going to like them, and they're really short. So go ahead and pause this video now. Go over to your Google Classroom Docs and watch those videos and answer these two questions in your science notebook. Okay, pause the video now. Okay, so since you paused the video and just came back, welcome back. What do we think? Pretty neat stuff, huh? A couple little side note, the pufferfish, the Japanese pufferfish, was not even discovered until 1995. They could not figure out what was making these designs in the sands until then. And it just kind of shows how science and inquiry, and we're just, answering questions as we go. And there's more questions that we're going to be answered tomorrow. So these are examples of animal behaviors, right? These behaviors attract a female. Now, animals also have physical characteristics to help them attract the other sex. So, for example, male birds are really colorful, right? And sometimes the females are a little dull. Well, the males are more colorful because they need to attract the females. So the female will mate with the most colorful male, right? It increases his chances for sexual reproduction. So plants also have adaptations that help them increase their chances of reproductions. So these are specialized structures. Sometimes they're in the way they disperse seeds, and sometimes they're in the physical structure of the plant itself. Now, to get started talking about this, I want you to watch the short YouTube video on the mistletoe plant. It's a pretty neat video. Again, it's super short. And while you're doing it, I want you to answer these two questions. First, how does the plant ensure that the seed will fall on the branch? You're probably going, what? But it's going to make sense once you watch the video. It's pretty neat. And then think of 3 ways plants disperse their seeds, right? We're going to talk about these, but I want to see if we can get your brain thinking first. All right, so go ahead and pause this video. All right, and watch the mistletoe video in your Google Docs and answer these questions in your notebooks. All right, pause the video. Okay, so again, pretty interesting, huh? So just to be clear, it said that the mistletoe plant is a parasite, right? And a parasite is an organism that lives off of another organism, its host, and it gets nutrients from its host at the host's expense, right? So that's what a parasite is. So the mistletoe bird spreads the mistletoe seed for it to another plant, any plant, and the mistletoe plant starts growing off of that plant's nutrients. All right, so that is one way plants have evolved adaptations to increase their chances, right? Before I start your other activities, I want you to think of other ways. I know in the video I asked you to name 3 ways plants disperse their seeds, right? So in that example of the mistletoe plant, it used animals to disperse its seed. Now, can you think of any other seeds that use animals to be dispersed? All right, now, can you think of other seed structures that are dispersed by wind? Can you think of any seeds that are dispersed by wind? Perhaps some that are growing in your grass, which you try not to have in your grass and you're constantly pulling? Or maybe some trees that have some specialized structures that either maybe gravity pulls their seeds to the ground. So just think about that, right? So for your activities, and let me finish this video and talk about all your activities before you head off and start them, because I'm going to be brief. Your video is almost done. So these are all in your Google assignments. And the first one is a short write-up on the corpse flower. You are going to read the write-up and answer these questions. The questions are in your folder too, so no need to write them down. It's a short write-up, and look at the corpse flower. I mean, how cool is it? Okay, and next, I want you to look in your folder and find the assignment called Infer It. Now this one's going to be fun. It's going to be super quick. It's just matching. You're going to match the descriptions to the pictures, and I think you're going to enjoy it. The descriptions are going to talk about which adaptations, whether they are plant or animal, fit with the plant or animal, right? Okay. And the last, I want you to go outside and find an example of reproductive adaptation on a plant. Anywhere, your yard, I think it's going to be pretty, well, you know, you might have to look and really think, but you're going to be able to find at least, you know, one adaptation. You might find a plant and has many adaptations, which cool. And I want you to either draw a picture of your plant, or you can just bring it in too, if that's easier. If it's possible, you know, you can just bring in a little clipping. That would be great as well. And just note their adaptation and why you picked that plant. Okay, so those 3 assignments, pretty easy, pretty clear. So let's get after it. All right. That's enough for today, and we will continue this talk tomorrow. Okay, great. Thanks for paying attention, guys.